Yo, yo.
What's up?
What's up, my man?
Are y'all out here?
Yeah. We out front, I think.
I'm on the side with the big ass yellow bus.
Alright, we'll look for a big-ass yellow bus. What's up, what's up? How's it going, man? So good to meet you.
Rube.
Tomas, Kanan.
Tomas and Kanan.
What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, let me. I hate to be interrupting. What's y'all Instagram? What's going on?
Oh, Hypno303 underscore.
What the fuck did I fall into?
That's just so.
Like, first of all, before I spark that, go ahead. That's a wood, B.
Woo! That's a beauty. And quick, too. Goddamn.
Yeah, I need no scissors.
No scissors.
Yeah, I was working just a bank job, dog, after I got out of the military. I went to the military and everything.
So, like, we're in high school, senior year. Are you thinking about college? Not at all. You went into the military?
I think, like, everybody think about college because, like, that's the natural next step.
Right.
That, like, you assume.
Mm-hmm.
And, ironically, my dad was a two-time felon. My stepdad was a cop.
Gotcha.
So it was just like
Yin and yang type.
really weird world. So
Yeah.
like, my uncles were drug dealers.
Yeah, literally.
My stepdad was the law. I'm like, I don't know.
Those are weird family dinners.
really, really weird shit. Just to talk about discuss, and anytime I did anything fucked up, it was like, you're gonna be just like your father, stuff like that. So I ended up meeting my dad when I was 25, my real father.
And at this point, you already have like kids.
At this point, yeah, bro. I'm a grown up, dog. I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah.
So, started talking to him. Like a year later, one day, we're on the phone. He's like, "What's that sound?" "Oh, I'm painting. What the fuck you painting?" I said, "Oh, I'm just like spray painting my backyard." I said, "Why are you spray painting? Make it art, bro." And then he was just like, "Oh." And I told you, the only thing I knew about my dad was like graffiti, but like I assumed it was just like my dad started sending me all these pictures and shit, telling me all these stories of just like him busting it in the streets in like the early '80s and just like the murals. He was just like, I wasn't just about it to fucking paint, and like yeah, that was cool getting up, but like I wanted to paint beautiful art. And then he told me how he got thrown out of high school forever for painting my mom's face on the side of the school. Yeah, and my uncle was his, like the dude, they would steal cans together, like literally everything. So it was kind of like
all back in New York.
Like this is all back in New York, like before I was born and shit.
Yeah, and in the 80s and the whole time.
So during the boom of it.
Blowing up, yeah.
So literally the movie Style Wars is like, you know, dropped in the 80s, let's say everybody accepted graffiti love. That's literally even myself. I remember thinking, all right, cool, if I'm doing this, then I'm just like anyone else. It's my advice to everybody. It's just like learn about what you're doing. Have a historical respect for what you're getting into. Don't just do it because it's fucking fun or cool or seen or something you want to try. If you want to try it, it's only gonna last as long as you love it. And if you don't fucking love it, then it won't last. So like being, even with people, right? When you have a connection with folks, me as artists or friends or like relationships and shit like that, it's like you have a common background or history or understanding. That's when it usually works out the best. So like coming into the game early, I remember being a kid though, little kid, like we would drive into New York or take the trains in, and I remember seeing Mike 171, and now Mike 171 is home, like it's one of the pioneers of graffiti.
Oh yeah.
And like it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's
one of those
fucking
moments.
family now.
Yeah,
It's like somebody you hug and shit when you see. So like somebody you have like a deep respect for and you've had, and now it's just someone who's, I don't know, you want to say a peer, but like that's someone I consider a friend.
100%.
At the FaceTime. I went to the city and I was like, yo, Barry Valdez, what could I do to get a permit? Because I didn't know anything about graffiti. And my dad was like, yo, Rube, you got kids, don't be out here busting walls, going to jail, like it's cool, but like, go fucking turn that shit into your career, bro. Like, turn that into your hustle. That's your way out. And that was probably like the best advice a father could give son. And he was real about it. So I figured out who to email. I'm saying stay persistent type shit. I emailed Mary Valdez at the time. She was working for the city. She's retired now. I just told her who I was, what I was trying to do. She'd support graffiti artists long before I even knew who she was. She was like, word, sent a couple emails. It took a few weeks, but I got like the thumbs up. They linked me up with a golf course so I could pull up whenever I wanted. They'd give me a golf cart. I drive back there, you know what I'm saying, go spray paint graffiti as much as I wanted to. And they were like, they warned me, they were like, the kids are gonna come and fuck it up, you know? They're just gonna fuck up your art. And I was just like, yo, I had a chance though. There's a bunch of old dudes, right? Old white dudes, old Spanish guys. It's just like, you know, I had the chance to tell them, like, look, dude, like, I know it looks like scribbles and trash, but like, look at how many reds are in that piece right there. And like, look at that straight line versus this curve and all the colors. And this one's 3D. And that one looks like, you know what I'm saying? And then they were like, so, you know, at first, like, it looks like trash because, like, that's what you remember, games and stuff. But, like, to us, this generation, like, these kids are out here doing art and they're doing it for free. They're paying for this paint. Excuse me. They're paying for this paint. And, like, y'all are construction dudes. You know how much paint costs? You're like, fuck, yeah, damn. I didn't think about that. And I was like, there's a whole process. There's time. And then the fact that they have to do this in the dark, they have to do it fast and make it visible from the street. And then then literally that one conversation, it switched their whole mood. They were on the side of graffiti. It's not graffiti now, it's art to them type shit. To where it's just like, yeah, graffiti's like a fuck you rebel cause. Like, that's what it should be at the core for always. But like, that's art in itself, right? It's true self-expression. Like fucking the system is force, like rules, right? Straight lines. And like graffiti should always aim to be outside of that. So I told them, I was like, all right, if you guys will let me paint, they can fuck it up. It's just like, we charge it to the game. This is what we're doing. Like, so with that theory, dudes are all by side. They're like, yo, here's a water cooler. That's a generator if you need it, bro. Be out here at nighttime. Here's a letter for the police. Here's fucking bug spray. Watch out for the golfers though. Like that type of shit.
Yep.
Fucking didn't know even where to buy paint still. Fuck, I was just like hella new. I was barely off Krylons and Mustos. And so like fucking I ended up raising like $900 in paint. Like I worked at a bank, told people what the fuck I was doing. I think they went to Facebook with it. Like, literally raised almost a G in paint money for my first mural. So
Right
like,
out of the gate.
just because like, people know me. I've done things in the past. Like we talk about shit, but like,
Nah, it's about you going out and trying.
for sure, yo.
Getting it.
The universe fucking, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Answering the call or whatever, like giving you what you asked for. I started this mural and realized quickly I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
How big was it?
Shit, dog. That wall had to be at least 25 feet.
Oh.
So that, look at the end, when you drive 225, you see the spit, like all of the
Yup.
thing. Like that shit's tall. Like it gets tall. But the very end, that's like 25 feet. That shit's fucking huge. So, and then the inside, you know how it bowls over and like, yeah, dude, so I'll get into it. But, so I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was there for a couple hours. I was like, fuck this, pack it in, and leave it. I see this kid with blue hair hopping the fence. Yo, are you about to go fuck up my mural over here, dog? And he was like, no, maybe. And like, I don't know, like being cool gets you a lot further than being a dick. I don't strongly feel.
Yeah.
So off rip, I was just like, all right, okay, so if you do fuck it up, just like don't fuck up the part I was painting, or you could paint with me and use my paint. And he was like, word? Yeah, man. I was like, all right. He goes, I've never painted before. I said, word, me neither. Outside of like in our backyards type shit. He's like never even hit the streets or anything like that. So like that was Pin Pusher. That was before he used to call himself Lego Chef Brett. back in the day. So like that's literally, we cut our teeth the whole summer, dog, on that wall. I would leave work early. I'd go on my lunch break. I ended up quitting my job. Literally, just like I'd come to work covered in fucking paint, smelling like weed. And one day I just quit. I was like, fuck it. This is not where I want to be. This isn't where my focus is. Like, it's killing me to be here. I'll go get a part-time job as a security guard or whatever overnight, and I'll fucking figure out art type shit. And then like you have your homie, right? You have your road dog, like your one and two type shit.
Yeah.
And so we push each other. I remember being a security guard. The dude would be hitting alleys overnight, and I'd be like, yo, people are coming. Grab me on the phone of the building where I'm the security guard of.
Yup.
And literally just to watch where like how far he's come. You know what I mean? Versus like myself as well. Like I feel like we both had this like very just upward trajectory in like what we decided to commit to. Like I said, I have a family, so I need to feed them. So how could I like commercialize my shit and make it work for me right away? I was able to lock in, you know, within the next couple years, like hammered out my aesthetic. Like I found the spaces, or they found me, and I just kind of like committed to that. You know?
I just want to know, like, do you think about those patterns before you put them on walls?
Well, no, I don't premeditate anything. There's like times on my iPad where I'm like going for a certain. There's like this one time I did a spiral, and that spiral was based off the Fibonacci spiral. So like, but also very intentional to like the integrity of my composition, what I'm doing. There are a couple things, a couple rules that I follow that I've given myself, and I feel like with life, like it works out best that way.
Yeah.
You give yourself some ground rules and just like follow those, and like I don't think you know you can be shaken at the end of the day. But and like likewise with my art. I remember building, like, just noticing how it came to me and just like sort of building an integrity off of that. Yeah, I remember being laughed at and like people were like, you want to paint my wall? All right, no. And then like I remember people paying for my paint, and there now I remember I get paid thousands of dollars to fucking draw on walls, and it's beautiful. Yeah, there's people who come from painting barns in a farm. Like I can't hate you for that. You're dope, cool. You're an art. Art is art. Hustle is hustle, and just like now that you're dope and you're like a pretty young white girl, like it's probably easier for you to get a wall than like a guy with a tattoo on his neck and knuckles. But I'm sure when I walk into certain circles, it's easier for me to fucking touch down in Miami or Chicago or San Francisco and New York and dap up some people than it is for such and such. So like it's all about what culture you're willing to ingrain yourself in and just embrace, and embrace. And like I'm sure if I wanted to go the clean cut route of getting walls, like there's just a way to fucking formulate your hustle. And if you want to get paid to do it, then like figure out what your business plan is. It's just like anything else. It's like trapping or fucking rapping or playing basketball. Like it's all a network, and it's just like how do you make it work for yourself, but like at the same time stay in purity. Like can you go to sleep at night with the fucking deal you just made, with the wall you just painted, and things like that. So I think personally I always strive to like figure out a way to make sure the homies benefit too. Even if it's them just getting some space to paint next to me,
real,
type shit. Just like cool, now you got your flip, bet. So like as long as like you get back to the streets, it's just like that shit, the roses continue to grow.
What would you say like really inspired you, or like what are some artists that you got into before you really became Rube Zilla?
Man, that's crazy. They were all local.
Yep.
Chris Haven, Kawaguchi, Dink, Dread.
Yep.
Shit, even Coco Bear.
Oh yeah.
Even Ruby Pastes.
Hell yeah.
So those were all artists that like, Mike Rome, Cuddy Up. Guy just was like looking at, smoking a blunt, looking at him paint walls just like across the street. Like, damn, how the fuck is this happening? And like, whether or not subconsciously, that just like, took over. I remember like why I started picking up paint cans full time and shit. It was just like had a resurgence in my, just like in like who I was and my own nostalgia and shit. And it's like shit that I like to do. So like painting, art, making shit. But like spray paint was just like the most pleasing form at the time and shit. So like again, in learning history or whatever. But living in a city that had given people like Detour fucking platforms, paint an 80-foot wall, like damn yo, this is getting paid for that, yo, so can I. I like to do art. My shit's nice. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not nice enough yet, but like I'm gonna get there. And just like now pulling up, call me one of those people right now on the phone saying they called my just the homies, smoke them out, make art together, and just like definitely local people, or like historic wise and shit. Like you look at Picasso's a phenomenal businessman, and like that's where I aim to be someday as far as my art goes. Like Jay-Z started rapping, and that fucking turned into Rockaware, and then that turned into Rock Nation. And now it's like, you know what I mean? Now he's got brunches and shit.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So like, staying true to the hustler spirit, you know what I'm saying? Being able to build off of what you've created, and again, not being the guy, but like being that guy.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So want to build a legacy like fucking Darth Vader or Sesame Street or fucking, you know, like Pikachu, SpongeBob. You don't watch any of that shit, but you know exactly what it is and you see it.
100%.
So like,
It's just iconic.
yeah, that's exactly where I'm aiming to be, something that lasts longer than myself. So like, yeah, in my lifetime, people were able to benefit, but then even long after. So, you look in a room, you go to a party, you're on a bus, you're on a subway, like some people are like curious, some people are upset, people are tired, tripping, you know, it's 1,000 different experiences in one person. So I've realized quite recently that it's like a direct connection to my own mental health. I started doing these faces after I experienced something wild. I was at work and watched a guy take his life, and then within that same week I like experienced 2 other people lose their lives like in front of me, and fucked me up, bro, no doubt. This shit fucked me up. And the only way I could like process anything was like eating, even talking. It's like drawing. So yeah, like didn't leave my house for a year almost. Like shit fucked me up, and all I did was this. And the healthier I got, the more I like took care of myself, my body, mind. Just like more opportunity grew from the faces and the art that I was putting out, which is crazy. So don't see myself stopping, which is cool. Because like, I don't know, every piece is a bit more fulfilling. Just like being able to find a way to like, you know, direct the narrative of these faces, like to support, you know, anyone's mental health journey. Like that's the shit I want to be able to do as well. So. Especially for men, you feel me? Like it's hard for us to talk about that shit. So
For real.
suicide's real, and you know, I've had my own personal battles and shit, and like I know a lot of other people personal to me who like lost that battle or like, you know, suffered for a long time, and just being able to work through my own battles and also like quantify the beauty in my life like, while working through those battles. Like I feel like that's the shit that I want to be, you know, like use all this for. Like fuck a Supreme backpack, those shits are nice, don't get me wrong, but like you know what I mean, what is that leaving behind, you feel me? Like what do I get to use all this for? Like I get to be cool, this, that, and the third, but if I'm able to you know, help another veteran's life or another father's life and things like that, then you're able to do a lot more.
What's going on, brothers?
What's happening, man? We're doing an interview, shooting a little podcast interview. Mr. Frank, how you doing?
Cool. Awesome.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to meet you.
And like, I'm not saying that, you know, there's anything wrong with just like raising your child the way you want to raise your child, but like on like being what do you say? It's just like holding space to like let little boys be mad about shit. You know what I'm saying? And process that stuff. But like, cause now you meet mad graffiti friends who just like literally use graffiti as their outlet. Like they're mad about shit, so they use graffiti or fucking drinking as an escape. Like even myself, I have to check myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like what's my behavior right now because of what type shit? And like
100%.
You know what I mean? Do you ask yourself? Are your homies allowing yourself to ask yourself that shit and just like, I don't know. It's okay to fucking have your off days or whatever, but like it should never go to a point where you're attacking yourself. So like, that's why.
Yeah.